Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Rockety. Happy birthday.
Brother's head. Life's really boring. Really sucks. I need a new toy but got no bucks. Game my horror. Because I'm living dead. Game my horror. I see the monsters in my bed. Game my horror is the best.
Here's your host, Daddyman.
Hey there, Kitchen Mutants. It is Friday night. I am your favorite, Daddyman in the kitchen, and that can only mean one thing. The Daddyman needs to hit pause, and it is time for Mutant Cafe Live. Welcome to the live episode. We're doing about one a month now. We're averaging. It is October. It is scary movie month, scary month in general. And it is that is no different in the Mutant Cafe. Where am I putting that? And for Friday Night Frights, we are celebrating Mutant Halloween all month long. Tonight we are doing Bloody Birthday. Just so happens to be Daddyman's birthday. I am finally legal, 21 years old, drinking. No, anyhow, one for Joe Bob from Lone Star. Who knows how old I am? I'm not telling. Anyhow, but we're watching movies from 1972, whatever that means. So all night long, it's a 1972 celebration for Bloody Birthday, Daddyman's birthday. Just completely lost my train of thought. And in the kitchen tonight, we are making sweet and spicy nuts. It's a super easy little appetizer recipe or aperitif or whatever you want, or no, aperitif is a drink. Anyhow, it's an appetizer, hors d'oeuvres, munchy kind of bar snack for when you're having like a pre-party. Because tonight, Friday Night Frights, as I said, is doing all 1972 Bloody Birthday things tonight. So the party is just kind of starting here. It's weird. I'm throwing my own birthday party. A little strange, but I'm throwing the pre-party. And you know, when you have a pre-party, people come over, they kind of get ready. People are in the bathroom, fluffing up before we go out and having some cocktails. So it's good to maybe have a little bit of munchies because everybody's excited and you haven't seen people in a while in real life when we can, you know, be together. Virtually, we're doing the same thing. So this is the pre-party. We're making a little munchie. We're going to throw over to a Zoom chat where I've got some of the folks who do Friday Night Frights, Chris from Mutant Theater and Frank from mutantfam.com and Mary from Monster Movie Happy Hour, who is going to be making the Libra cocktail live tonight on the show. I got all the ingredients right back there. Champagne, Aperol, rum, a lemon, some basil, simple syrup. I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. So that's a Libra cocktail. If you have those ingredients or something similar, maybe you can tweet Mary or tweet Monster Movie Happy Hour or ask in the chat room. Someone might be able to help you with a substitution if you want to make the drink. So she's going to do that live. So I'm going to bring them over shortly. Let me just pop this out here. If you've never seen one of our live shows, it's a little different. I try to go a little more casual because we have, especially when we haven't done this since Mutant Labor Day, right? Yeah, Mutant Labor Day is when we did this. So I'm starting the meeting here. Really, if you are signed in. All right, I got to sign in again because, you know, I'm a dork. There we go. So I'm signing in. So if you haven't done this type of thing with us, which we did for Mutant Labor Day, you know, it gets chatty. We're all going to chat. You're going to see them over here on the screen right now. You see my iTunes join with computer audio. Yes. Okay. And admit, and admit, and admit. All right. So everybody can come in. Yes. Admit. There's Tim. Hey, Tim. How's it going? Oh, I can't hear you. Tim, are you muted? Do I have you muted? Tim. Okay, there you go, Tim. Are you muted?
I'm here.
There you are. Right on. Admit Mary. Admit Frank. Admit Brittany. Look at all. Oh, and I got to get you guys up on the screen. Here we go. Hold on. Everybody's like, what are you talking about? There we go. Admit. And let's get the screen full size. I'm sure this is fascinating for everybody at home. All right, so be judicious. Those of you on the chat, if you could be judicious, you're looking at my chest. With hitting your mute when you're not talking, so we don't hear the background. Make sure you got YouTube turned all the way down if you got YouTube on. And welcome, welcome, welcome. So this is what we're gonna do. So let's maybe kind of go. You're all probably in a different order. Frank, introduce yourself.
Hello, I'm Frank. I know everyone here on Zoom. Good to see you all. I help run these Friday Night Frights with you. I started MutantTheater.com. I love sitting in Zello with Stacy and Wendy. We do Midnight Marathon. That's me.
That's Frank. Mary, how about you? Introduce yourself.
Hello, everybody. It's so good to see everyone. My name's Mary. I'm with the Monster Movie Happy Hour, and I am tuning in from a new place with some pretty ghastly cabinets, as you can see here. I moved to Northeast Minneapolis, so yay, tuning in for me here.
She's been.
Happy birthday, Brian.
Thank you. Mary's been like sanding floors. Mary, if you don't know Mary from Monster Movie Happy Hour, works at a museum that has a farm. Is that accurate? Yeah. Right?
Yeah, it's kind of sort of both. It's a museum that's also a farm, and a farm that's also a museum. So it's like this fun, like agricultural Mobius strip.
So join, if you're not already following Mary, follow her for adorable like lamb pictures and vegetable pictures and working on her house. Great account. Who we got next? Brittany, introduce yourself. Thanks, Mary.
Hi, I'm Brittany. I hang out with you guys every week. Happy birthday, Brian.
Thanks,
I'm so
Britt.
glad to be here. Thanks for having me.
Brittany has been, I would say, maybe the oldest fan, not oldest in age, oldest, like longest watching, and not even, I just said the F word, I apologize, longest watching Kitchen Mutant. She's been cooking along, I would say, darn near the beginning, right? Like you were there for Friday the 13th, I think. That, yeah, like almost 2 years ago. Yeah, so yeah, Brittany, yeah, right, and the original Joe Bob Marathon, yep. So that's Brittany. She cooks along every week, almost without fail, with her daughter June, looking adorable, going nuts earlier because we're making nuts, right, Britt?
Yeah.
Right on. So she's always cooking. She's always posting the great photos. And the thing I love about Britt is she takes a recipe a couple days later, or a week later, 2 weeks later, and makes it her own, which I love. You know, adds things, takes things away, whatever she has on hand. Super creative in the kitchen. Right on. Thanks for coming, Britt.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. How about Stacy?
Hello.
Hey, Stacy. Sorry, I was
Foodie known in the chat room. And happy birthday, Brian. I am so grateful that you included me in this. I love doing the cook-alongs with you every week, and I'm so excited to go nuts with you tonight.
Yay! We're gonna go nuts. Stacy is a, what's your title again? A food scientist is how I think of it. Is there with the close?
Yeah.
Food scientist. She puts on the lab coat and she gets in and she, you know, polishes the nut. No, I'm kidding. Anyhow, I go to Stacy a lot of times when I have questions. Like the other week, I asked what the difference between baking soda and baking powder is, and Stacy immediately knows. So she's super handy. She cooks along. She's been there since what, about COVID time? March? Is that kind of when you jumped in?
Yeah, about February.
Yeah. So she teaches me as we go along. She made my caramel brownies, I think, a little bit better through error, right? Which is the fun part of the kitchen. Sometimes you make a mistake that ends up making it even like better, which I love. So
Yeah, I always end up messing up stuff
There is no mess ups in the kitchen. I mean, there are, but few.
That's how, your recipes are amazing, is I can mess them up and they still come out delicious. So nobody should ever be afraid.
Thank you. There you go. Nobody should ever be afraid. That's why we do this, right? Right. Well, thank you for being here. Let's jump over to Tim, and we'll get back to you. Mr. Tim.
What's up, all?
Tim from Royal Oak, Michigan, where Jay and I met.
Let's say I got nuts.
Yes!
Nuts are ready.
Tim has nuts, y'all.
There it is. I got Daddyman's nuts in my house.
Not the first person from Royal Oak to ever say that, Tim.
That's a scary thought. That's a scary thought.
Tim lives in Royal Oak, Michigan, where Hubs and I actually met 14 years ago? Hubs?
5 decades ago.
5 decades ago, according to Hubs. Tim also cooks along a lot. I love it because Tim cooks ahead, so he's done and can watch the show and eat, and watch the movie and eat, and he's already done. So I love it because I get to see the pictures before the show starts, and I can take. Tim always has a comment or two like, I did this, or I did, which I love as well. Whoa, and there's Tim's new wife, I would gather. Tim just got married. Tim is and Tim is a start to finisher, and there are very few on Friday Night Frights who start at Mutant Cafe and go damn near to the end of Midnight Marathon.
I never make it to the end. I feel like a couple of you get an hour or 3 hours start on some of us, but 3 a.m. is about my time.
Right. So first or second movie, the baby kept you up though, right? The baby.
We'll talk about the baby.
Yeah. If you haven't seen The Baby, we watched The Baby on Midnight Marathon, and it's quite the movie. All right. Thank you, Tim. We'll chat. Before we go back to anybody else, I'm going to really quick hit these ingredients because we got to get our nuts in the oven for 15 minutes and make them nice and toasty. And hopefully y'all have a drink and you're getting nice and toasty as well. Tim's eating my nuts as I talk about the ingredients for my nuts. We need 1.5 cups of 4 different kinds of nuts. And I'm using cashews, I'm using peanuts, I'm using walnuts, and I'm using almonds. So 1.5 cups each. You need 1 cup of dried cherries. I believe Stacy is using dried cranberries. That's, again, just like the nuts. The nice thing about this recipe is almost every element you can completely mix up to something that you like. I don't know where I'm looking. I'm looking over here. So I'm using 1 cup of dried cherries, Michigan tart dried cherries. You're going to need 2 teaspoons of salt, 4 tablespoons of brown sugar, 2 teaspoons of some kind of spice, whatever you like, honestly. I'm using chili powder and 2 teaspoons of curry powder as well, and 3 tablespoons of chopped up rosemary. And you can go pretty rough with this. I like seeing a little bit of the chunk of the rosemary in the actual dish. So 5 tablespoons of butter, which I'm going to get out of the way here. Get my beer out of the way. So step number 1, 350 oven. Let's get some of this stuff out of the way. Get these on a baking sheet. Easy peasy. This is like the easiest recipe I think I've ever done. Get them nice and evenly spread out in the oven, 15 minutes. That's it. 6:30. These are coming out. Step 1 is done. Ta-da! So we got our food going. So let's jump over. Mary, are you ready for the cocktail so we can all get a drink if we're waiting for that?
I am. I've been waiting for this all day so this cocktail is fun because it has a couple of different spirits in it. So one of them is light rum. I have stuff from St. Paul, a distillery called 1112. It's alcohol rum, so it's like a and then it also calls for champagne. And because it's obviously a celebration, we are celebrating Daddyman's birthday. But I found a bottle of champagne that had a cool skull on it.
Perfect.
So obviously, had to get that. But in honor of, again, Daddyman's birthday, and my fellow Libra,
yes.
to honor the basil leaves because they're out of season and nowhere growing out of the grocery store near me had it, so I am completely out of basil leaves. But you can muddle it with a muddler, or if you don't have one, just use the back of a wood spoon. So after you muddle that, you're going to add 1.5 ounces of light rum. So I always feel like a shot glass is an ounce of alcohol, and I really don't think it is. I think it might be 2 ounces. Who cares? It's celebration.
And I'm making like a double, so I'm gonna do basically like 3 jiggers, right?
Yeah. As long as it's all to scale, it'll taste great.
Right,
Anyway.
exactly, right. And by the way, I just want to show you, I didn't know what rum to get. I never know. You know, you get in there, there's all these rums. They don't have the kind you like. What do I get? I know my price range. But this one, I obviously had to get because it's Mount Gay rum. Mount Gay.
Yay!
I mean, it was calling me. It's Mount Gay. It's my birthday. I had to get the Mount Gay rum.
Perfect.
Okay.
After you have added your rum to your
Shaker?
cocktail shaker, you're going to take 2/3 of an ounce of fresh squeezed lemon juice. I eyeball this. I'm going with about half of a lemon for some of that acid in there. I bet you a lime would work really nicely too, but I have lemon.
Got it.
We're going to use a lemon twist to garnish, and that's just going to, I don't know, I think lemon twists look really pretty. Mine are nice, they don't look pretty.
Okay.
So once you have your lemon juice in there, you're going to add about half an ounce of simple syrup.
Simple syrup is half a cup of sugar, half a cup of water in the microwave, 30 seconds. Check it out. If it looks like muddy kind of water, you're good to go. If you still got some sugar in there, give it another 10 seconds and it should be good to go. How much in there?
I've never tried the microwave trick.
Super easy, so quick.
I'm gonna do that next time. I what's out and got monk fruit simple syrup from the co-op.
Nice.
It's not even real simple syrup. But it works.
Sounds good to me.
Right? And then last but not least, we're gonna add a red Italian bitter liqueur. So that can be Campari, or I've got Aperol. Which I have to say, I bought it exclusively because the label was nice, and I heard all sorts of things about Aperol spritzes, and I wanted to be banned.
Very hot right now,
And
Aperol
that's my love.
spritz.
Cheers. So that's my love of Aperol was born.
And how much of that?
So about 1/3 of an ounce. So about 1/3 of a shot glass. And then once you have the Aperol added, you're going to add the top to you're going to close up your shaker and shake it until it's cold. And my rule of thumb is shake it until you can't hold it anymore. That's usually when it's cold enough.
Good chance to look at my shirt. Anybody know what movie this is from? It says it in little tiny letters, but I'm not gonna. Okay, I can't hold it anymore.
Yeah, me too. All right. And then take the top off of your thing. I got a new shaker. My ex got the old one. This shaker is so much better because the top comes off. So take the top off your shaker and strain it into the glass of your choice. Because I am who I am, I'm belly guard. Or I can order from a place after the lesson today.
Right on. Here, I'm gonna do a flute for hubs. A little fancy French flute. We're topping this off, right? Yeah.
Have you opened your champagne yet, or we're all gonna pop bottles together?
I think we're gonna pop them together, Mary. It's my dream come true.
I can't wait till we can do this in person.
I know, right? Soon, very, very soon.
October maybe Mutant fans.
Little bonfire somewhere, maybe. All right.
One, two, three.
Oh no! Ah. Oh, there we go.
And then you're going to top that sucker off with champagne. If you are using a bigger glass, that just means more champagne.
Yes, please.
Or it's like, if you have any sort of like mixed, like champagne or prosecco or whatever, I do the thing where I like drink it halfway down and then just fill the rest with champagne and keep doing that until it's out of it.
Beautiful.
It's a good trick.
Here, I'm gonna give this to Hubs. Oh wait, go. I forgot this part. Go ahead.
And then you're gonna, if you want to be fancy, you can add a lemon twist. And what you do is do the little thing where you squeeze out all of the lemon oil, like rub it around the rib. It makes a nice sort of lemony flavor. And there you have it, the well-balanced Libra drink in honor of Daddyman's birthday.
Yay! Thank you. Cheers, everyone. I hope you all have a drink. Thank you so much, Mary. Cheers. Whoop. Oh, wow. That's delicious. Love it. Really good, Mary. Hey, Brett.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. And you, happy birthday to you as well. It was, I'm so bad, Tuesday?
Yes, last Thursday.
Last Thursday, there you go.
I'm remembering this stuff. I'm collecting everyone's birthdays. It's right up here.
I love the idea so much. That's like, I mean, this year, of course, was like a weird year to begin with. So, like, I was going to do nothing for my birthday, and having all of the, like, the nice birthday wishes on Twitter, like, really made my day from the Mutant fans. So, thank you for doing that. Thank you.
Oh, I agree.
Of course, I'm glad it made your day.
And Frank, by the way, he just.
Hey, man, I hear you're approaching the dirty 30s.
I thought he just hit 21.
I'm 32, 33 and a half, actually. It's not really my birthday. That's in March. Should it be April? I don't know. It's everyone's birthday. I said it on a tweet right before we went live, but I feel like it's been such a shitty year that everyone deserves a Halloween birthday, right? Like, I feel like having a birthday in October, you get a special, it's kind of like being the kid who has like the birthday on Christmas Eve. You're always like, oh man, you get twice as many presents. Like, so I kind of feel like Halloween birthdays. So everyone is celebrating their birthday tonight, right? Everyone.
Yes.
Brian, you're going to get trashed. That thing's huge.
I have tomorrow off, and I've been looking forward to midnight Mutant stuff. Now that I can get enough rest to be able to stay up that late.
Very cool.
Right.
So I'm expecting misspellings and Brian having a grand old time because that's what birthdays are for.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I always have fun on my birthdays. You should have fun on your birthdays. I mean, you didn't really do anything. You did just kind of, you swam or something. You pushed a little bit, but you know, it really should be the moms that get celebrated on the birthdays, right, Britt? Like, don't you feel like on June's birthday, you should be like, hey, it's my day? Like, I did the work.
I need a present.
Right. Right. I can't imagine. I can't even think about it. Anyhow. 1972 horror. Who's got a favorite 1972 horror? Anybody?
Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
Nice.
Yeah,
I think it's later in the 70s. We watched Blackula earlier this season. Blackula is 1972.
Yeah, good.
Blackula is amazing.
On the left.
There you go. Last House on the Left is 1972. Nice.
My favorite has to be Horror Express.
Yes, very nice. Hammer, right? Hammer.
Christopher Lee Peter Cushing, absurd, ridiculous, takes place on a train. I think it was sort of notorious as one of the worst horror movies of all time, which I think is bullshit because it's amazing.
Yeah, and it's an anthology. Pete, what's up, man?
Yeah, just like you and me, man, we're teaming up. We usually fight each other. And Horror Express, good to see those two titans of horror team up to fight a little bad, you know what I mean?
I love that it's them working together, and both of them are like very like erudite, like sort of stuffy like Englishmen, which I think they both enjoy very much because they did a really good job being that sort of obnoxious, which I love.
Okay, really quick, let's get to the recipe just for 1 second, and then Ward, I want you to say hey and introduce yourself. You got the butter in the same bowl that you had the nuts in, and basically everything's going in the bowl right now, and you're gonna whisk it up. And my butter got a little hardened, which is not a big deal, because obviously those nuts are gonna come out just like we like them, nice and warm. Nobody like, well, I don't know, Mary, you're like up north, so cold nuts maybe not a bad thing. I mean, a usual thing maybe?
I think everyone's nuts are cold today because it snowed for the first time in this season.
It snowed today?
It snowed today. It snowed and it's stuck. And, so it's, you know, I feel like if you live anywhere where it's winter for like 6 months out of the year, embrace the cold nuts.
Right. You have no choice. Okay, Ward. Welcome, Ward. Are you on there? Hey, Ward, are you muted? Are you there?
I'm here.
There he is, Ward. Hey, how's it going? You want to introduce yourself? Thank you. I like the hat. I appreciate the photo. I love it. Y'all crack me up. Ward is a diligent midnight marathoner as well. For those of you who don't know that, who may be here for the first time, it starts right here at Mutant Cafe. We got 2 movies coming out from Mutant Theater. We haven't even talked about that yet. We got Frogs and something for Satan, Daughters for Satan. Yes, Daughters for Satan, I think. Yesterday I called it like Tits Out for Satan because it's one of those 70s movies where it's going to be a lot of witches with their boobs out and Satan things. So we got that going on. But then we got Midnight Marathon, which is hosted by Frank, MutantTheater.com. And Frank puts whatever he wants to on the screen, literally. Sometimes horrifies us, sometimes delights us, sometimes delights or horrifies us that we are delighted. There you go. That's what I'm trying to say. And it goes until like 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning. And we got to see for Elvira night last week. We got to see the pilot for an Elvira show on like NBC or something. It was like a sitcom with Catherine Hellman. Like how cool was that? So anyhow, Ward is definitely there. What, almost every week, right?
Just about, yes.
Yeah. So.
Absolutely.
And hangs in there for quite a while. Where are you, Ward?
Florida.
Okay, right on. Sorry.
Where in Florida are you at?
We're in Brevard County.
Okay.
Close to the Space Center.
Nice. My mom grew up in Fort Lauderdale, so we know that sort of part.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
All right, so you should have a paste. I'll just show you right here. So I got kind of a buttery paste going on. And as soon as the hot nuts hit this, we're going to mix them together and they're done. So the recipe is super easy. And like I said, it's a great appetizer for hanging out like this. So Frank, tell us about the Mutant Marathon, or Mutant Palooza, sorry. I like the big marathon that's happening, that.
There's so many. We got Mutant Halloween first on Halloween. That's our 24-hour marathon, which is going to be amazing. You know, we got like 12 sponsors. Each of us chose a movie. So then 2 weeks after that is Mutant Palooza, and it's gonna be a 13-hour marathon. We're gonna get that done in no time. After a 24-hour marathon, 13 hours is gonna feel like nothing. Like get out of here. But the biggest difference is that it's all Mutant fam created movies. So we're not watching studio movies. We're watching Greywood's Plot from Josh Stifter, 3 Days Dead from John M. Ware, Psycho Ape by Addison Beck. Psycho Ape I watched the other day. It is incredible. Yeah. This dude is a mad fucking genius in this movie. I told him that. I was like, I don't say this lightly. You're a fucking genius. And so,
Shout out to Josh Stifter, who is also a Minnesotan.
Oh yeah, he is.
Hey, Josh.
He works for a news studio out there or something now. He's like, I'm not gonna be able to make it to Mutant Blues until like after 10 because I work so late or whatever. So his movie's gonna be the midnight feature that night. It's gonna be midnight Eastern. But we got 6 feature-length movies. I just named 3 of them. The other 3 are After School Lunch Special, Overtime, and The Head by Michael Keane. And then we got 20 short films. So this kind of all came about around the same time that Darcy asked for short movies at the end of season 2 or something. She's like, hey, submit your short films. And I asked like a week before, and I think a lot of people got confused, and they thought that when they were submitting to me, they were submitting to Darcy. So I got a lot of submissions. People were like, oh, mutantfam.com, I'll submit my movie.
Because you do look like Darcy, Frank.
Darcy.
You look completely like Darcy. I confuse you two all the time.
Yeah.
All the time.
All the time, me and Darcy. But yeah, November 13th, it's Friday the 13th. And I'm really excited about it. A lot of the movies are like very, very legit. Like Psycho 8 is gonna be a lot of fun. You guys are gonna enjoy it.
I'm excited. I'm very excited. Awesome. Okay, so I got the nuts out of the oven. Let me do this really quick. So all we're gonna do, like I said, is you're just gonna these smell so good. I don't know if you guys have ever toasted nuts at home. Yum. So I'm gonna go about half here, and then give these a nice stir. To start. Nuts have a lot of oil, so this oil kind of comes out and mixes with the butter. And as soon as that hits, I can already smell that curry spice on there. And if you don't like curry, again, don't use curry. Use some other kind of spice. If you have like a dry rub that you like for your ribs, try a dry rub. You can make it lemon peppery. Just, open your mind. Wasabi, it would be amazing. If you like the Asian food, go with like a wasabi. Right, amazing. So just think about what kind of flavor combinations you like. And man, look at that. They're all glossy. So let's get the rest of those in there. And then all you're going to do is you're going to take this exact same sheet pan, and you're going to put a piece of parchment on it and spread these back out. Let them cool down for about 10, 15 minutes. Or, quite frankly, if you can't wait, stick your fingers in them, burn them a little bit, and eat some right then. That's it. That's the recipe. And I'll show you guys a little close-up later. But right now, let's keep talking. 1972 horror. Oh, I'm sorry. Dried cherries go in there, too. That's it. I promise. So Frank is doing also, not to keep going on Frank, but we might as well get, we got you right now. Midnight Marathon. It's like the first week and probably months and months and months. I don't know what's going on. I've not seen the playlist. Frank is insisting on a surprise party for that part of the party.
I mean, I can announce it right now if you want to know that. But clearly it's more 1972 movies. I think Tim wants to be surprised. He likes the surprise of it all. Just
Totally.
Up and the movie happened to play.
How about a hint?
I don't remember that.
Give us some hints. Give us some Joe Bob hints.
I've never seen any of these movies.
No, come on.
there's some weird movies that I think,
Well, okay, here's what it could be. Let me tell you some of my favorite 1972, and then maybe they're going to be shown. How about that? There's All the Colors of the Dark, which is amazing. All the Colors of the Dark is kind of a gaslighting. This chick was in a car accident, and you don't know if her sleazy boyfriend is gaslighting her. There's a whole witch subplot, so it could be that one. Who Slew Auntie Roo? I'm sorry?
It's Italian and amazing.
Yeah, it's Italian. It's totally Italian. Yeah, and it's kind of slasher, and you don't know what's going on. And there's a cult, and there's lots of male and female nudity. Most 1972 horror has tons of nudity and full on like 3D eye popping bush. That's what I like about 1972 horror, right?
Unfortunately, that's not available on YouTube. So.
Anyhow, so.
Now you made me want to watch it.
I'm trying to remember. Last House on the Left, like you said. Go ahead.
I was going to say, I've actually never seen Frogs. The first movie. So
So that's something to look forward to?
Oh, totally. Totally. Someone said earlier in the tweets, and I wish I knew who it was, I should have written it down, that it wins the tightest pants in a horror movie award. Because, yeah, the guys, the blue jeans in this flick are so tight that, yeah, you can see the frog on the actor that is playing the lead. Is that a frog in your pocket, or are you in a really bad 1972 movie?
I knew there was a reason why you did toasted nuts.
Yeah, exactly, right. This is a go-to, you know, I make this is good for holidays too. Throw them in some little cellophane bags and mail them out to your friends, or like if you're having people over, when we can have people over, if you put a little table by your front door when people are leaving, they can take their nuts home with them, because I always like my party guests to leave with their nuts. I like that Barry is the big Daddyman jokes for Daddy's birthday. So Stacy, oh, go ahead.
Another 1972 horror movie. If you haven't seen it before, Gargoyles.
Nice, very nice.
Fabulous, super weird, delightful elements of like fantasy-themed bestiality.
Love it. Nothing wrong with that.
Fun.
Nice. Asylum, also a Hammer film, right?
Oh,
Anthology.
Oh my goodness.
Right. Amazing, right?
Marcus.
Has, in my opinion, the character who Drusilla from Buffy the Vampire Slayer is, in my opinion, the actress had to have seen Asylum and based her character's quirks and stuff on the character from that movie. Kind of the narrator, the bookend story. Season of the Witch, if anyone's ever seen that. Super good movie about kind of a Stepford wifey kind of movie. Housewife, not sure where she is, midlife crisis maybe. Like sexual awakening, joins a coven maybe. Super good movie. That's a good one.
I think you recommended that one to me, Daddyman, and I watched it and loved it. Because I think I was on like a 70s femme horror jaunt, and I watched All the Colors of the Dark and Season of the Witch one night, and it was such a good pairing.
Oh, that is it. Those two are great together. Yep, super good. Frank's taking notes. He's furiously on YouTube. Frank doesn't have a playlist. He's waiting for...
No, like I had one, but I don't edit.
That's why it's great to be a DJ. That's why it pays to be a DJ, right? You can just flip it up and change it at any moment.
Oh, that's my favorite part.
Frank puts like commercials in there sometimes. We watched documentary on female.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God.
The Baby, right, Tim? The Baby. Tim particularly liked The Baby.
No, Multiple Maniacs.
Oh.
Watch Multiple Maniacs.
We watched Multiple Maniacs twice, you know.
What's it about? I've never seen it. What?
Multiple Maniacs is that is John Waters' first movie, black and white, no budget. It's got Divine. He said it's his take on the Manson family. It's kind of like the East Coast Mansons, up where Frank is a little bit, the Baltimore kind of area. It's weird. There's giant lobster rape. Let's put it that way. And we watched it twice. The lobster rape, so nice, we watched it twice. Yeah. Oh, before
That
I...
was my dreams. There was on YouTube. If anyone wants a better cut, HBO. I think HBO has a really good cut of
Yes.
Multiple Maniacs.
Yes, they do. Before I forget, Brittany, thank you so much for the cookbook. Buttermilk and bourbon. We will be having a Southern theme coming up. Hi. Oh. Thank you so much. This is amazing.
You want to say happy birthday?
Aww.
birthday, dear Daddyman.
Yay. Oh, thank you guys so much. Thank you. That is the perfect way to end as far as I'm concerned. Thank you guys so much. We got to get off here because it's going to kick you guys off Zoom in like 5 minutes, it says. And we're, I want to give everybody a little bit of time for frogs. Anybody else have anything they want to plug, get out, plug away? Mary, what's your latest episode? Anyone?
So this is our Monster Movie Happy Hour 1-year anniversary week.
Yay! Congratulations. Cheers.
19th of 2019. So we're doing a bunch of giveaways on Monsters and Drinks on Twitter. Today we're giving away t-shirts of our cool Monster Movie Happy Hour logo. And then we're doing more giveaways up until the 19th. And on the 19th, we're releasing our anniversary episode, which is a very exciting and special movie that I think Kim might have actually watched recently, not to give anything away. So, tune in. We'd love to have you. And thanks everyone for all the support over the past year. It's been really fun getting to know everybody.
Thank you, Mary. We love you guys. You are the Mutant Fam bartenders as far as I'm concerned. It's not a party unless you guys are there.
Happy anniversary.
Thank you.
Yay. Did y'all hear Wally? Wally's bored with us. He's back there yawning. Well, thank you guys so much for coming tonight. I really appreciate it. Don't forget, it's Friday Night Frights. We got all kinds of content going until Stacy, who's right there with her bird, which is super amazing. What's your bird's name? Norbert. So Stacy and Norbert are letting you know that they will be up until 5-6 a.m. Eastern time at minimum watching Midnight Marathon. So this is
like 8 or 9 in the morning.
right. This is just the beginning. Next, we got at 8 o'clock Eastern time, we got Frogs, which is on Amazon Prime. And then at 10 o'clock Eastern time, we got Daughters of Satan, which is at 10 o'clock Eastern time, also on Amazon Prime. And then at 12 o'clock Eastern time, check out all the tweets. We're going on Kosamee for Midnight Marathon. We are off next week because we are giving up the stage, of course, to Darcy and Joe Bob for the last drive-in hideaway. I'm making a guess right now. Although he just said some weird thing about troll, imps, something, or in both movies. So I'm not making a guess because they all just completely went out the window. I was going to say Night of the Living Dead and Evil Dead 2 were my guesses, but I don't remember troll, imp, anything in either of those movies. So go get Druids, that's what he said. Mini Druids or something. Yeah. So that's next week. We will be off completely. I'm doing a rebroadcast of last year's episode right before the Halloween Hootenanny when I made the mutant meatloaf and I was dressed in costume as Darcy. So we're still going to be here if you want to join us at 7 o'clock Eastern time next week, right before the last drive-in Halloween hideaway. But the rest of Friday Night Frights will be off for a week. And then we're coming back and going strong the night before a Mutant Halloween, which we didn't talk about, 24 hours, starts at 2 o'clock on Saturday, which is Halloween, runs until 2 o'clock on Sunday, which is the day after Halloween. 12 great movies from 12 great sponsors, Friday Night Frights, plus a bunch of other people. All the people that have brought you Mutant Independence Day and Mutant Memorial Day, plus a bunch of great new sponsors. 12 amazing movies. Look up Mutant Halloween, and you'll find our GIF and a lot of other tweets. So, but before that, the night before, Friday Night Frights, it's Haunted House Night, and we're doing great haunted house movies. And then right here in the kitchen at 7 o'clock Eastern time, I'm making the Mutant Bar. Mary, you know all about the bars up in the north, right? You take some cookie dough and you take some cookie cake dough, put it in a big pan, you swirl some shit in it, you put some stuff on top, you throw it in the oven, you cut it in little pieces, and you got bars. So we're making the Mutant Bar, which is amazing. vanilla cookie with cream cheese swirl, and then we're taking all that Halloween candy that you got in the bowl that you're not going to pass out anyhow because we're not allowed to have Halloween this year. You're going to chop, 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 and at the last minute you're going to throw that on top of the bar, put it back in the oven with a little bit of chocolate drizzle, let it get kind of ooey, and then bring it out, chop it up in pieces, and you got the mutant bar. We're doing that in 2 weeks, so thank you guys so much for coming. Woo, I'm talking a lot. So enjoy the Libra drink. Enjoy Daddyman's nuts, because they are delicious, as Hubs can attest. And enjoy the rest of the night for Friday Night Frights. Frogs, please don't miss Frogs. Frogs is screaming for Joe Bob treatment. It's so good. It's 1972 night, y'all. I'm not exactly sure why. I think that's Hubs' birth year, actually. Because 10 years, so yeah, 1982 for me and 72 for Hubs. That's why we're doing 72. So thank you guys so much for being here. I love you guys. Thank you so very, very much for joining me tonight. It was super fun. And you guys make all this worthwhile, along with you guys, Mutant Fam. It's everybody's birthday tonight. Let's party like it's your birthday. Have a cocktail. Thanks, y'all. I'll see you guys in the tweets. I'm going to disconnect with y'all. Bye. Thank you. And I'm going to go right here. No, I'm going to go. Where am I going? Oh, y'all. I thought I had this all set up and pretty and ready to go. Right there. And view. Fit to screen. Play. I don't want that in the way. Close enough. There we go. Bye, y'all. Enjoy your nuts.